We are in prayers. Almighty God, creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. The national anthem: I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Thank you. Manuel, let us. Honorable members have examined and approved the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 26 July 2023. There are some announcements. The first is coming from Honorable Anamero Dikeri, and the subject matter is notice of the demise of Senator Mrs. Franca Afebua, Nigeria's first female senator. And the message reads as follows: it is with a heavy heart, but in total submission to the will of God, that I announce the passing unto the glory of our own senator, Franca Afebua, who was Nigeria's first female senator that served in the Second Republic. Franca Afebua was a nationalist. The funeral arrangement will be duly communicated. May I humbly plead the House to observe a minute of silence in our honor. Thank you, and accept the assurances of my highest regard. Yours faithfully, Honorable Anemero Dekeri. The second information is a notification and invitation to the Thanksgiving Mass from Honorable Chipita Apanke. And the message reads as follows. I respectfully write to invite you and our honorable colleagues to my Thanksgiving Mass, which is scheduled to hold as follows. Date 27th August 2023, venue St. John's Catholic Church, Ketim Bendi, Obani Luku Local Government, Cross River State. Time 11 a.m. Reception at Government Primary School, Ketim Bendi, Obani Luku Local Government, Cross Rivers, 1 p.m. Your esteemed presence at the event will not only be an honor for me and family, but also an inspiration. It will serve as a testament of your dedication towards fostering strong relationships. Honorable colleagues, they wish to know that my office is open for all questions and inquiries concerning the event. Thank you in anticipation of your gracious presence and goodwill. Honorable colleagues, please accept the assurances of my highest regard. Signed, Honorable Chief Peter Akpanpe. Honorable colleagues, I will take a brief excuse to attend to some important matters. The DS will preside on my behalf. I will join you later. Thank you. Sorry, before then, based on the earlier announcement, there was a request for prayers, a minute silence on behalf of our first female senator. So shall we rise all? Silence, please, silence. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Amen.
Good morning, distinguished colleagues. Like the most distinguished speaker mentioned, he has an urgent call to attend to issues at the moment, so I'll be standing in his position, and I'm sure that before we get to the all-important part, which all of you are expectant, that he's going to be here to do what is expected. Anyone with petition? Any member with petition? Yes, please. Please go ahead. Use any mic that is working. While he's trying to get that sorted, we're going to have two motions. We have so many motions today, but we can't take them. So what we have decided to do is to assign two motions per geopolitical zone. And in the wisdom of the Secretariat, they have selected 222. So we'll do 2 per zone or even 1 per zone. Good. The House, those in support that we do 1 per zone say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, the House want to direct that we do only 1 per zone. 1 per zone. So it's 6. Let's not do more than 6 motions. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No, I wanted to tick it per zone. 1. Members want 1. Yeah, go ahead with your petition and make it brief, please.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Dr. Midala Usman Balami. I represent the good and dynamic people of Askira Uba, Howell Federal Constituency. I'm from Borno State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this afternoon, I rise to lay before the House a petition from one of my constituents by name Apagu Joseph from Askira Uba, who was unlawfully dismissed from the Nigerian Army. Sir, may I seek the relief of the House to lay this petition for consideration.
Leave granted. You may now lay your petition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any other member who has a petition may rise up to do so at the moment. Yes, honorable colleague.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I still remember my humble self, Honorable Chimobi Sam Atu, representing the good people of Enugu North and South Federal Constituency of Enugu State. Mr. Speaker, there is a petition from my constituency concerning Kindred's family. They wrote a petition in respect to, they are appealing for House of Representatives to use, urgent appeal for the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to use its oversight function in resolving cases of multiple assassination and selfless killing in Amechu 1 and Obago Kunano communities for the interest of justice, law, and order. Mr. Speaker, I humbly apply for the House to allow me to lay this petition before the House.
You may now lay your petition. Any other petition from honorable colleagues? Yes, Banke.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Peter Akpanke.
Please, off the mic around you.
My name is Honorable Peter Akpanke. I represent the good and hospitable people of Obanliku, Bekwara, Obudu Federal Constituency of Cross River State. Mr. Speaker, I have here with me a petition written by 3 of my constituents, Comrade Peter Oga, Comrade Akko Joseph, and Comrade Adia Mary Ann. This petition is against the management of the University of Calabar over the withdrawal of 638 students by the university. Mr. Speaker, they are seeking for this House to intervene on that matter. Mr. Speaker, may I have the leave of the House to lay my petition? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Banke, the leave is granted. You may now lay your petition. All these petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions once constituted.
Thank you. Explanation. Personal explanation, Mr. Speaker.
We would like your personal explanation to come immediately after a matter of urgent public importance in line with the order of business of the day, if you don't mind. We have a couple of matter of urgent public importance, but we're only going to take about two. Any member with matter of public importance, urgent public importance? Honorable Emeka Ndamani, are you here? You're not here. Honorable upstairs? Honorable Emeka Ndamani, are you upstairs?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I'm here.
Can you proceed with your matter of urgent public importance?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a matter of urgent public importance concerning the murder of policemen by hoodlums who attacked the convoy of Commissioner for Trade and Industry in Aba 2 days ago. The House.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Introduce yourself.
You follow our rules in moving that motion. Please, we are patient. Go via order 8.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Please be well guided.
Matter of urgent public importance. Order 8, Rule 4. The murder of policemen by hoodlums who attacked the convoy of...
Point of order. Introduce yourself.
Honorable, you just seek seek the leave of the House to consider it as an urgent matter, and also seek the leave of the House for it to be heard immediately. Go ahead. I have patience to wait, and the House will wait for you. Please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I am sorry about that, but I seek the leave of the House to hear this matter of urgent importance.
Okay, you may now sit down. Let's get a seconder for your motion. Any seconder for the first leg of the motion? Honorable Ginger.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, very dear colleagues. My name is Ginger Onwusibe. I represent the people of Isialambwa North, Isialambwa South, Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Abia State. I rise to second this motion that this matter is very urgent, as there is serious unrest in Aba metropolis. I hereby use all the energy I can afford.
No, second. You are not debating. Second. The motion is moved and seconded. The first leg. Those in support of it say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion. Who is seconding? Any seconder for the second leg of the motion that it is urgent enough to be heard now? David, Honorable David.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Ogel David Agada, member representing Oju Obi Federal Constituency. I rise this morning to second this matter of urgent public importance motion as raised by my dear colleague.
Thank you very much. I'll just put the question for the second leg of the motion. Those in support that this motion is urgent to be heard now, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. You may proceed, Honorable Emeka Ndamani, to present your motion and make it quick, straight to the point, because we are busy today.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Honorable Emeka Ndamani. I represent the good and hard-working people of Aba North and South of Abia State. This motion This motion is about the murder of policemen by hoodlums who attacked the convoy of the Commissioner for Trade and Industry in Aba, Abia State. The House notes that the violent attack by hoodlums in the southeastern Nigeria has assumed a very dangerous trend. Further notes that attacks on highly placed Nigerians is escalating at an increased proportion, and if such trend is not quickly nipped in the bud, could result to the threat to government personnel and others at all levels. We are aware that government provides police protection around government officials, but the security is usually inadequate, especially at flash points of insecurity in Nigeria. Further aware that there has been attacks on prominent Nigerians by unknown gunmen in the southeast Nigeria, like the attack on Senator Ifeanyi Uba, Senator Richard Sokorocha, the former governor Ike D. Ohakim, and Apostle Johnson Suleiman in the North Central, etc. And in all this, we have lost brave policemen in such crime. Observes that on Tuesday, 25th July 2023, the Abia State Command of Nigerian Police confirmed that 2 of its personnel were attacked and gruesomely killed while on the convoy of State Commissioner for Trade, Commerce and Industry, Dr. Chimezie Ukebu. The attack occurred about 4 p.m. near Samek in Ariaria axis of Aba Metropolis, where the commissioner was conducting familiarization tour of markets in Aba. Further observes that in addition to the loss of lives of 2 policemen involved, the assailants also set ablaze a vehicle belonging to Abia State Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Industry. Worried that as an aftermath of this cowardly killing of the 2 policemen on the 25th of July...
Can you go to your prayers, please?
Prayers. Well, prayers, the House resolves to urge the Inspector General of Police through the State Commissioner of Police to provide increased and adequate security and manpower for government officials and infrastructure in flash points. 2, to urge the Inspector General of Police and Chief of Army Staff to call their men to order and adopt better police/army civil relationship with the host community. Urge the 3 to urge the police to set up high-powered investigative team to bring those hoodlums to book. And 4, insist that the security apparatus of the government does everything to return peace and security of lives and property of the residents of Aba. Mr. Speaker, I so move. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Let's have the gentleman at the... Yes, Osman. Honorable Osman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Usman Murtala Banye, member representing people of Batagarawa, Charanchi, Rimi, Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Katsina State. I rise to second a motion heavily moved by my honorable colleague, Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Thank you. Motion has been moved and a straightforward disaster-related motion that also has element of investigation that should be carried out. And investigative motions, we don't debate it, so I'll just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Opuklum Ete, are you here? Honorable Ete, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Okulupum Ete. I represent the good people of Eket, Una, Esreket, and even a federal constituency. I come from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, respectfully, I rise pursuant to Order 8, Rule 4 of our standing orders to move a motion on a matter of urgent public importance on the ongoing flood ravaging Ikot Ebiere and Ikot Ndwa Iman communities in Unalugu government area of Akwa Ibom State. Also move that relevant rules of the House be suspended to allow me to take the motion now. I so move.
Any seconder to the first leg of the motion? Yes, honorable colleague there.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Architect Mohammed Mukhtar Zannan Kazauri, member representing Kazauri Roni Gwiwa Enkwashi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my honorable colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. The first leg of the motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support.
Point of order, sir.
Those in support of this motion say aye.
Point of order, sir.
Point of order.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
One house, please.
The second leg of the motion, any seconder?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, sir.
You, the gentleman here, please.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Adefenye Ayodele Festus, representing the good people of
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Okebo and Odigbo Federal Conference. I rise to second the motion, rightly moved by my colleague, that the House should suspend all the
Point of order.
to enable this House take the motion of public importance.
Order, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Order.
Thank you very much. What is your point of order, please?
Thank you very much, the People's Speaker. Personal explanation. The motion we are talking about is already The motion we are talking about is already on the other paper, so there is no need to take it.
Oh, really? Which number?
It's number 6, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Either way.
It's not now.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable colleagues, silence please.
Yeah, point of order is sustained because
It's not the same thing.
Mr. Speaker, respectfully, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Can you differentiate both of them, please?
This is
This is disaster, Mr. Speaker. This has to do with infrastructure, number 6. There are two different motions, respectfully, sir.
I think you are right. Point of order overruled. Continue with your. I need to put the question with the second arm of the question, the motion that he moved. Those in support that is urgent enough to be heard now, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Go ahead and move your motion, please. Go straight to the point. Introduce it and go to the prayers.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Motion on the ongoing flood ravaging in Ikot Ebiere and Ikot Ndwa Iman communities in Una local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Respectfully, I want to move to our prayers. Prayer number 1. All the Federal Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, the NDDC, and all other relevant agencies to immediately wade into the situation in Ikot Ebiere, Ikot Ndwa Iman communities with a view to controlling the flood in the communities and to map out preventive measures against any immediate future occurrence of flood in the affected areas. Number 2, all the National Emergency Management Agency and other relevant agencies to immediately set up makeshift shelters, and provide remedial aid to the affected inhabitants and occupants in the affected communities. 3. Mandate the Committee on Disaster Preparedness when constituted to ensure implementation. I so move.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? I want to go upstairs. Anybody upstairs want to support this motion? Yes. The man at the third row to the back, on the right. Upstairs. You raise your hand, please. Yes, go ahead.
Right, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Felix Uche Nweke. I represent Eleme, Tai, and Oyibo Federal Constituency. I'm from River State. I rise to second the motion as moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Oshoba, you have a personal explanation. Can you this opportunity to do that?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Today we will not take more than two matter of urgent public importance because of time, so please bear with us. We've taken two already. We will not be suspending our rules to do that. So we'll just go to personal explanation. Please bear with us.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My distinguished colleagues, Olumide Oshoba, representing Abeokuta North, Obafemode, and Odera Federal Constituency. I come under Order 8, Rule 5, personal explanation. The House will recall that there was a motion about the Super Falcons of Nigeria that were going to represent Nigeria in the World Cup. And I'm pleased to announce that the Super Falcons just beat Australia, the host nation, 3-2 some minutes ago. And we should recognize what the women are doing. They are living up to the saying, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Thank you so much.
That's a very good one. It's a happy day for Nigeria that we are out there, especially our ladies, bringing back the trophy. We must encourage them the more. And, nothing unites us like sports. And all the women in the house, may you rise to take a bow. Let's use you as all the women in the house. You are making us take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. We appreciate you and your effort and keep giving them the support. And our women out there who are working to bring back the trophy, keep sustaining our image there. We are praying for you. The nation is behind you, and hopefully you will bring back the trophy, and we all will be here to celebrate you. Thank you, and keep up with a good job. Like I said, we can't take more than two urgent public importance. We know that your issues are important, but because of what we want to achieve today is a big day for the Parliament, for the 360 constituencies. Let us quickly fulfill the business in the order paper as much as we can take, and then we'll go into the main thing that all of you are expecting, which is the announcement of committee leadership. So please kindly bear with us. And moreover, we have gone beyond that. We are now handling personal explanation, and if there's no other one after that, we go to the business of the day. And honorable colleagues, the business of the day is presentation of 65 bills. Please don't put on your microphone unless you are recognized, please. So that be orderly. The business of the day is a presentation of 65 bills, and I invite the clerk to read the short titles.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. Federal Roads Authority Bill 2023, first reading. National Roads Fund Bill 2023, first reading. National Transport Commission Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Railway Bill 2023, first reading. Federal University of Agriculture UMPU Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Peace Corps Establishment Bill 2023, first reading.
Honorable Jimmy, approach the chair.
National Postgraduate College of Medical Laboratory Science Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Armed Forces Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Police Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. ECOWAS Convention on Small Arms and Light Weapons, their ammunition and other related materials ratification and enforcement Bill 2023, first reading. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Psychiatric Hospitals Management Board Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Sports Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Court of Appeal Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration ETC Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Professional Body Special Provision Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Agriculture, Orim 1, Uhumwode, Edo State Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Association of Paralegals Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Public Procurement Practitioners Council of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Food Vendors Registration Council of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Mbosi, Anambra State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Aviation Technology, Ihala, Anambra State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Vocational and Technical Education, ULI, Anambra State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Agriculture, Abi, Cross River State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Explosive Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Internet Child Pornography Prevention Bill Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Palm Oil Development Bill Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Agriculture Control of Importation Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Trade Union Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Chartered Institute of Financial and Investment Analysts of Nigeria Bill Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Cancer Registry Bill Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Estate Surveyor and Valuers Registration ETC Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Environmental Health Bill Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Oil and Gas Investment and Free Zone Bill Repeal and Enactment Bill 2023, first reading. Central Bank of Nigeria Act Repeal Bill 2023, first reading. Administration of Criminal Justice Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Payment of Judgment Debt by Federal Government Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Pharmaceutical Technologists and Pharmacy Technicians Council of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Dave Umahi, Federal University of Medical Sciences, Uburu, Ebonyi State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Medical Center, Ugupa, Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Medical Center, Atan Ota, Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal University of Technology, Atan Ota, Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Tertiary Hospitals Development Tax Fund Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Heroes Welfare Agency Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Creative and Performing Arts, IKATE, Surulere, Lagos State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Itire, Lagos State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Education, Ijesha, Lagos State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Sport Development Fund Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Children Entrepreneur Training Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Rural Healthcare Trust Fund Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Technical and Vocational Education, Minjibur, Kano State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Ngogo, Kano State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Capital Territory Customary Court Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Petroleum Training Institute, Ibeno, Akwa Ibom State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Eket, Akwa Ibom State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Education, Technical, Akwet, Cross River State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Agriculture and Forestry, Urban, Akampa, Cross River State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Akwet, Cross River State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Mathematical Center Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Joint Admission and Matriculation Board Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading.
Thank you, Clerk. You can put off your mic. Clerk, put off your mic. The first order of the day is a motion on reconsideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly, standing in the name of Honorable Julius Ihombre. Honorable Ihombre is invited to move the motion.
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihombre, Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move the reconsideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly as follows. Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Otu Jeremy, Delta State, Establishment Bill 2023, HB 221, Broadcasting Practitioners Council of Nigeria 2023, HB 247, African Union Development Agency Bill 2023, HB 271, African Union Convention for the Protection and Assistance of Internally Displaced Persons in Nigeria Bill 2023, HB 272, National Commission for Museum and Monuments Repeal and Enactment Bill, HB 274, Alex Ekweme Federal Teaching Hospital, Abakaliki Establishment Bill 2023, HB 281, Satellite Towns Development Agency Bill, HB 290, and Federal College of Education of Moara, Kwara State, Establishment Bill 2023, HB 185. Mr. Speaker, in pursuant of the Order 12, Rule 16 of the Standing Orders of the House, bills that went to the President for assent and for which assent was denied will be represented to the House for reconsideration. I therefore commit these bills to the committee, to be committed to the Committee of the Whole. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion? Honorable Halims want to second the Oga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Abdullah Ibrahim Halims. I am from Kogi State. I represent the good people of Ankpa, Omala, Olamboro Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion as ably moved by Professor Ihombre. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We'll ask the question. Those in support of the motion should say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The bills are referred to the Committee of the Whole. The second order of the day is a motion on need to rehabilitate Emere Okeba Adoka Road and complete the abandoned Ampa Oyagade Road in Kogi State. Standing in the name of Honorable Abdullahi Ibrahim Halims. Honorable Halims is invited to move the motion. Honorable Halims.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, once again, I'm Honorable Abdullah Ibrahim Halims. I am from Kogi State, one of the most peaceful states in this country. I represent the good people of Ankpa, Omala, Olamboro Federal Constituency. I rise to move the motion on the need to rehabilitate Emere Okaba Adoka Road to Ayangba Ankpa Otukpa Road and complete the abandoned Ankpa Onyagede Road in Kogi State. the House knows that Emere Okaba, Adoka Road, Ayangba Ankpa Otukpa roads in Kogi State are federal roads and are major roads linking Kogi, Benue to the north central and southern states of the country. Also knows that the Ankpa-Onyagede Road is a major road which connects Kogi State to the northern and southern states of Nigeria, traversing 4 constituencies in Kogi, Benue, and Nasarawa states, through which farmers and traders transport goods and services. Aware that approximately 33 million for the general maintenance of Ayangba-Ankpa Benue border Otukpa roads was included in the 2023 budget under Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FAMA. Why not wait? Worried, I have the privilege.
Honorable Halems, this is the Deputy Leader of the House. Please let's accord him some respect.
Worried that
this is the Deputy Leader, but please make it very brief.
Worried that a portion of the Emere Okaba Adoka Road in Kogi State is seriously damaged as a result of gully erosion and now a death trap, a den of kidnappers, leading to loss of lives, goods, and services worth millions of naira. Cognizant that if the Emere Okaba Adoka Road is not urgently rehabilitated, it will cut off connectivity in the affected areas.
Leader, go to your prayers, Leader.
North Central and southern states of the country. My prayers are thus. The House resolved to urge the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing through the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FAMA, to rehabilitate the affected portion of the Emere Okaba Adoka Road in Kogi State to avoid further loss of lives and properties. Prayer number 2. Also urge the Ecological Fund Office to remedy the ecological challenge posed by the gully erosion on the Emere Okaba Adoka Road and also ensure the provision of funds in the 2024 budget estimate to comprehensively solve the ecological challenge of the road in Kogi State. Prayer number 3. Also urge the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to include the construction of the abandoned Ankpa-Onyagede Road and the rehabilitation of the dilapidated 100-kilometer Emere Okaba Adoka Road in the 2024 budget estimate. Prayer number 4. Again urge the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to make provision for the general maintenance of Ayangba-Ankpa Otukpa Road in the 2023 and to 2024 budget estimate. And 5, finally, mandate the Committee on Works, Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FAMA, and Ecological Fund to ensure compliance. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I so move.
Thank you, Deputy Leader of the House. Any seconder to this motion?
Yes, sir.
Honorable Abase.
The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Philip Agbese. I represent the good people of Ado, Opoku, Ogbaribo Federal Constituency. I'm from Benue State, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise this morning to second the motion as heavily moved by my leader. I so second, sir.
Thank you very much. This is an infrastructure-related motion. So I'll just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Work, Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, and Ecological Fund once constituted. Honorable colleagues, the third order of the day is a motion on need to rehabilitate the electricity installation along Hadija Jalo Ugowan Jibrin in Koagama local government area of Koagama Malam Madori Federal Constituency. This motion is standing in the name of Honorable Maki Abubakar Yeleman. Honorable Yeleman is invited to move the motion if he's in the House.
I'm around, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I'm Abubakar Maki Elleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion that need to rehabilitate the electricity installation along Hadeja, Dakaya, Elleman, Hadin Marke, Yalo, and Ungo Jibrin of Kaugama local government in Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency, Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, you know that the Ontario state of electricity installation resulted in significant hardship for residents and business in affected areas, undermining economic development and the overall well-being of the Kaugama Malamudori Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, let me go directly to the prayers of this motion to save our time. The prayers, 1, urge the Ministry of Power and Rural Electrification Agency, REA, as a matter of urgency, ensure timely rehabilitation of electricity installation along Hadeja, Dakayawa, Elleman, Hadin Marke, Yalo, and Ungo Jibrin of Kaugama local government in Jigawa State. 2, also ensure the electricity distribution company of Kano assess the facilities of extending the power grid and improve distribution of network in the constituency. And the last one, to mandate the Committee of Power when constituted to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Maki. That was very straight to the point. It shows that experience also counts. We would like to have a seconder from a woman legislator. Let us give this opportunity to the lady. Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Wacha Maureen Chinwe, member representing Oyi Ayamelon Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Anambra State. I rise to second the motion as ably moved by Honorable Markins. I so second. Thank you.
This is a utility-related motion, and so I put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Power once constituted. Distinguished colleagues, the fourth order of the day is a motion on need to investigate the irregularities and alleged corruption in the Nigerian energy security provider NNPC Retail Limited and the acquisition of OVH Energy Marketing, standing in the names of Honorable Miriam Onoha and 7 other honorable members. Honorable Onoha is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Princess Miriam Odinaka Onoha. I speak for the people of Okigwe, Onoimo, Isi Alamba, North Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. I rise to take this motion on the need to investigate the irregularities and alleged corruption in the Nigerian energy security provider, NNPC Retail Limited, and the acquisition of OVL Energy Marketing. The House notes that the NNPC Retail is a subsidiary of NNPC Limited, saddled with the responsibility of retailing fuel and allied products to the Nigerian populace, with over 700 company-owned stations and affiliates across all states. The House also notes that the recent enactment of the Petroleum Industry Act, NNPC Limited was commercialized and expected to fund its operations. To achieve this feat, NNPC Limited deployed a plan to grow the assets of NNPC Retail Limited, which includes the acquisition of other downstream companies. The House is now concerned that the lopsided...
You are protected. Please stop shouting this prayer. It's only the chair that has the right to call her to go to prayer. Please, let's be orderly.
The House
And this is a ranking women legislator. We should allow the women to be heard among us. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We don't only deserve a bow. Thanks for the protection. The House is also concerned that before this acquisition, OVL Energy claimed to have about 380 company-owned stations, a jetty, an LPG plant, 3 lubricant blending plants, amongst others. Warehouses, 72 stations, as others were leased or owned by third parties. All 8 LPG plants were leased, 12 lubricant warehouses were also leased. The House is now concerned that the lopsided appointment of the management team and staff of NNPC Retail Limited, made up of about 75% of OVH staff, and the appointment of an expatriate, a former MD of OVH, as the managing director, ahead of many qualified Nigerians. The immediate
You can go to your
relocation
prayers
of the
now,
NNPC,
honorable
this is the
colleague.
last paragraph. The immediate relocation of the NNPC Retail Limited from Abuja to Lagos has become worrisome, amongst others. The House has therefore resolved as follows: to urge the NNPC Limited to immediately suspend the acquisition of OVH Energy, marketing, and proposed relocation of the NNPC Retail headquarters from Abuja to Lagos, pending the outcome of this investigation. Also, the House resolves to set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding the acquisition of the OVH Energy by the NNPC Limited and report back to the House within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this? We're going to go all the way back. Let me, Honorable TJ, can you second? You, looking back, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Highly respected colleagues, I remain Tijanika Ismail. I represent the good people of the Felodun of our Federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kwara State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by Honorable Princess Miriam. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to. No, the gavel has gone down. This motion is referred to the ad hoc committee once constituted. As we mentioned to you from the start that we're going to take only one from each geopolitical zone, we have done North Central by Honorable Harlems, Northwest by Honorable Maki, Southeast by Miriam Onoha. The next is the 7th order of the day. If you can go to your 7th order of the day. The 7th order of the day is a motion on need to protect hapless Nigerians from discrimination by foreign national, standing in the name of Honorable Anthony Adebayo Adepoju. Honorable Adepoju, who is from the Southwest, is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Dr. Anthony Adebayo Adepoju, representing the good people of Ibarapa Central, Ibarapa North, Federal Constituency of the Payseta State, Oyo State. I rise to move a motion on the need to protect hapless Nigerians from discrimination by foreign nationals. The House resolves and notes that federal government desire to boost the growth of the Nigerian economy has embarked on the policy of ease of doing business with its concomitant invitation and acceptance of direct foreign investment into the country. The House also notes that the sterling policy of the government has opened the floodgate of foreigners into the country. Some are embarking on policies and actions that are anti-people and in flagrant disobedience of our laws. The House is concerned that the majority of foreigners who are involved in these unwholesome practices are Chinese and Lebanese nationals engaged in either construction industries or retail businesses. Also concerned that the above stated nationals are employing Nigerians on an ad hoc basis with no condition of service nor any welfare or medical services, thereby violating the rights of their workers and the labor laws of our country. Recalls that on the 20th of June 2023, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, picketed a Chinese construction company, Shanky Construction Company, at their site at New ECOWAS Secretariat Airport Road, Lugbe, Abuja, over allegations of inhuman treatment and casualization of its workers. The company's obnoxious policies led to the death of one of its drivers, Mr. A. Augustine, with no care, empathy, or sympathy from the management of the company. Also recalls that the real-life apartheid racist system practiced by a Chinese Lebanese company known as Fwani Nigeria Limited, a retailer of Hisense electronics at Idu Warehouse, plot 791, Cadastral Zone, Idu Industrial Area, Abuja, where privileges between workers, Nigerian customers, and a class of people referred to as whites, up to and including the use of toilets, conveniences are utterly and strictly compartmentalized and segregated. Worried that this apparent state of siege, exploitation, and dehumanization of Nigerians by foreigners in our country is totally unacceptable and condemnable, as it is nothing but a pullback to the dark era of colonization and slavery. The House resolves to urge the federal government to be more alive to its responsibility and protect Nigerians, especially the masses, from abuse of their constitutional rights as citizens, and mandate the Committee on Human Rights, when constituted, to investigate the incidents and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion? Oh. Can we second before we amend, in line with our rules? Honorable Bamidele Salam.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Bamidele Salam, at the north, at the south, Egbedore Jibo Federal Constituency of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second this very, very important motion moved by my brother, Dr. Adebodi from Oyo State. I hereby second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion say aye. I thought you said you had an amendment. Before I complete the question, what is the, let me hear from you, Attorney, from
yes,
Lagos.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Barrister Okejo Onu Akalos. I represent the Nigerian, especially the good people of Ocho de Solo, Federal Constituency, the heartbeat of Lagos. Mr. Speaker, my amendment goes for an addition to urge the federal government, especially Ministry for Interior, to emphasize and insist on expatriate quota on any foreign company that will work in Nigeria. I take it again. To urge the federal government, especially Ministry for Interior, to emphasize on the expatriate quota on any foreign nationality company that is going to work in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I was thinking that has been the standard and it's in our laws.
Yes, the emphasis is that will be able to enable whatever to work on it, because we have discovered that if you go to most companies that are operated by foreigners, the expiry quotas are not considered, and it's a compliance is not complied with, and we need to emphasize on it.
But you know, we have, our law is clear on this. It's clear on this. There is a particular requirement
Yes, Your Speaker, but
for anybody who is bringing in expatriates to work in our country.
There's no compliance and enforcement.
So your amendment, what is your amendment saying specifically?
My amendment is that to urge the federal government, especially Ministry for Interior, to ensure compliance on expatriate quota on any foreign conduct.
Honorable colleagues, silence please, silence please.
All right, thank you. It's an amendment motion. Any supporter to that motion?
Honorable Nalaraba.
Any seconder?
Please take your seat.
Let's look at upstairs. Upstairs, second. Yes, the very back, the man on white. Yes, you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Hassan Sheikh Hussein. I represent the good people of Nasarawa.
Kindly speak to the mic and increase his volume, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We are waiting for you. Speak into the mic so that we can hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Hassan Sheikh Hussein. I represent the good people of Nasarawa Federal Constituency, Kano State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second. As amended.
Those in support of this motion for amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, please, let's get your amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my honorable colleagues. My name is Adeshola Adedayo. I'm from Apapa Federal Constituency in Lagos. My amendment is on prayer 2, that the House mandates the committees on human rights and labor, employment and productivity when constituted to investigate the incidences and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so amend.
That's a very beautiful one, because I was wondering where labor was in the prayers, because it's an issue that borders on employment. Thank you for observing that. Any seconder to that motion? Let's have you behind Chris Nkwanta, the gentleman behind Chris Nkwanta. You are looking back. You behind, yeah, you, yes, not you. No, honorable colleague, the gentleman beside you. Yes, you raise your hand. So,
Are you?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Muhammad Ahmed Sani. I represent the very good people of Kokura Maradun from Zamfara State. I rise to second the motion as amended by my honorable colleague. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion, amendment motion, say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Those in support of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Human Rights and Labor once constituted. The fifth order of the House The next order of the House is the ninth order of the day. A motion on the need to address incessant kidnappings in Ningi Waji Federal Constituency, Bauchi State. Standing in the name of Honorable Adamu Hashimu Ranga. Honorable Ranga is invited to move the motion. Subject matter and prayers, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Adamu Hashim Ranga, representing the good people of Ningi Waji from Bauchi State. I rise this afternoon to move a motion on the need to address incessant killing, kidnapping in Ningi/Wadi Federal Constituency of Bauchi State. The House that a high rate of insecurity became the order of the day, with rampant cases of kidnapping in various towns and villages within my constituency, that is Ningi Waji Federal Constituency in Bauchi State. The House should also note that Ningi Waji Federal Constituency has been endowed with vast agricultural and mineral potentialities, which enhance its visibility to attract the participation of Nigerians in managing the natural resources. Let me go directly to the prayers to save time. The House should observe 1 minute silence in honor of the deceased victims that were brutally killed during the kidnapping. Prayer 2, urge the military, police, and office of the National Security Advisor to deploy a joint patrol team to address the worsening security situation in the affected areas within the federal constituency. 3, and mandate the Committee on National Security and Intelligence, when constituted, to ensure compliance and report back within 4 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Thank you very much. Any seconder? The gentleman beside him with a beautiful black cap, the ranking member, yes, from South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members, my name is Julius Pondi. I represent the very good people of Butu Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. In Jean Keme, I'm from Delta State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague here. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The prayers are resolved in the motion. The next order of the day is the 10th order of the day. Yes, I've been reminded that there is a part of the prayer that asks for 1 minute silence. May we rise for 1 minute silence? May the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. Most distinguished colleagues, the 10th order of the day, which is coming from South, the last one came from Northeast, is from Honorable Mark Essed. It is on the need to stop the diversion of Nigeria-bound cargoes to neighboring countries and decongest the Apapa and Tinkan Island seaports, standing in the name of Honorable Mark Essed. Honorable Essed is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mark is my name, speaking for the good people of Uyo, Uruan, Nsadatai, and Ibesibo Sultan Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State, the destination state. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move a motion on the need to stop the diversions of Nigerian-bound cargoes to neighboring countries and decongest the Apapa and Tinkan Island seaports. The House notes that Nigeria has 6 major seaports, which includes Apapa ports and the Tinkan Island ports in Lagos State, the Calabar ports in Cross River State, the Port Harcourt ports and the Onne port in River State, and the Warri port in Delta State. Also note that despite 6 seaports in Nigeria, Apapa and Tinkan Island ports in Lagos have remained the nation's major economic gateway, while the rest have remained either mostly idle or totally non-functional. Further notes that due to the inoperations of other seaports, the Apapa and Tinkan Island ports are currently operating 3 times above their capacity, as they handle over 70% of Nigerian-bound import and export goods, thus making it extremely difficult for trucks to clear their goods on time and resulting in loss of man-hours and resources. Concerned that, according to reports, as a result of congestions, collapse of core aprons, and poor monitoring system in Nigerian ports, 60% of containers shipped to West Africa, to West and Central Africa, destined for Nigeria markets, are diverted to ports in Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic, and Cote d'Ivoire, causing a yearly revenue loss of about 136 billion.
Okay, can you go to your prayers, please?
Mr. Speaker, by your leave, I'll go to the prayers. That the House do resolve.
I noticed that you have a very particular paragraph that you're interested there. Can you read that one, then you go to prayers? I just observed that. So go to that most important paragraph and then you go to prayer. We're just rushing for time. You know, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. There's a lot of hope floating here, so we want to make sure that we'll shorten the time for the hope and make this crowning take place in a few minutes' time. Thank you. So the most important paragraph and then the prayers.
Mr. Speaker, I've seen the copy here before my honorable colleagues. Let me go to the prayers to save time. Thank you.
Thank you.
The House will resolve to urge the federal government to rehabilitate the eastern seaports, construct more deep seaports, and decongest Lagos ports in order to encourage more patronage and grow the economy, the country's gross domestic product. 2, also urge the federal government to construct dry ports across strategic locations to serve an island hub for cargo handling and processing and divert maritime traffic from seaport, thus reducing pressure on seaports and facilitating smoother cargo movement. 3, further urge the federal government to set up a joint task force to ensure port corridors regulations and ensure that port corridors are restricted to port authorities operations. 4, again urge the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to construct railways as alternative routes to major ports across the country to ease cargo movement and reduce road congestions around the ports. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, mandate the committees on maritime, customs, excise, and works to investigate the factors hindering the smooth running of Nigerian seaports with a view to coping the diversions of Nigerian-bound cargoes to neighboring countries and ensuring that the ports operate effectively to boost the country's economy and report back to the House within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Amendment.
Let's second it first before amendment, but I will not allow you to water down that motion that is relevant. Infrastructure that will help us increase our trading platforms around the country with so many amendments. So let's just have a seconder. The gentleman behind the white, the man wearing white, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues. My name is Sadiq Ango Abdullahi, member representing the good people of Sabangari Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. I rise today to second the motion ably moved by my honorable colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Amendment.
Amendment from Honorable Nkwanta, please. Please make it straight to the point. Straight to the point.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, honorable colleagues. My amendment is on prayer number 1. I don't think we need to construct a more deep, additional deep sea ports at the moment, because we have more than enough. We have 6, and out of the 6 we have, only 4 are functional. Only 2, that's Papa and Tinka, and the Calabar port is idle, the Warri port is idle, the Calabar.
Please, are you leading the debate or amending? Go straight and amend.
Amendment will be urged on the federal government to rehabilitate the eastern seaports and decongest Lagos ports in order to encourage more patronage and grow the country's gross domestic products.
Is it not captured in the prayer?
Yes, but there was an addition there to construct more depots. I think that should be expunged. That should be expunged because the ones we have are not being maximally utilized.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this amendment?
Yes.
Any seconder? Yes, beside him.
Okay, Right Honorable Dr. Pascal Abodike, I represent here the Federal Constituency of Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I second the motion as moved. An amendment. Thank you.
Let's put the question. Those in support of this amendment as moved, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. I ask it again. Those in support of the motion as moved, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it.
Amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Any other amendment? Bamidele Saddam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Make it straight.
Salam, I represent the fantastic people of the North and the South, Egbedore, Jibo Federal Constituency of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I propose amendment to prayer number 4 and 5. Prayer number 4, Mr. Speaker, I want to propose that rather than ask the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to construct railways, it should be the Federal Ministry of Transport. Federal Ministry of Transportation, thank you. And then prayer number 5, Mr. Speaker, I want to propose that we should include the Committee on Port and Harbour to those list of committees: Port and Harbour, Maritime, Customs, Excise, and Works. So those are my amendments, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Any seconder to this amendment? Honorable Shoba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, Olumide Oshoba representing Abeokuta North, Obafemode and Odera Federal Constituency. I rise to second the amendment as ably moved by my honorable colleague. Thank you.
I put the question. Those in support of this amendment as moved, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Amendment, Honorable Jaha.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I hope people will not water down this motion.
No,
It's a very nice motion.
Sir.
Okay.
Amejaha Babao, Chibok Dambo Gozasa. I just want to amend the last, second to the last line of the prayer, 5. 6 weeks is against our rule. Okay, he has changed to 4 weeks, but what I have here is 6.
Are you withdrawing your motion? Motion is hereby withdrawn by the leave of the House. The last amendment. Wait. The gentleman at the back. After that, you, and then we're done. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am Major Rabiu Garba Kamba, member representing Arewa Dundee constituency. I'm Major Rabiu Garba Kamba, retired.
Order, please. Honorable colleagues, please silence.
I represent the good people of Arewa Dundee constituency. I'm from Kebbi State.
Hello, Majority Leader, please, can you approach the chair, please? Please approach the chair.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, my amendment goes to prayer number 2. I wish it should be amended that the federal government, the House will also resolve that the federal government should facilitate the functioning of the dry ports in strategic locations across the country. Because to reconstruct, for construction, a lot of these dry ports have been constructed in Kano, in Kaduna, and some other strategic locations within the country. So what we need is not constructing them, but facilitating their functions. That's my amendment, Mr. Speaker. That's what I meant.
Yeah, the amendment, any seconder to the amendment? The gentleman in front of him wearing white. Yes, go ahead.
Right Honorable Speaker, my honorable colleagues, Abdraman Ajia is my name. I represent the very good people of Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, Abaji, as Abuja South Federal Constituency of FCT. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleague, I rise to support the motion heavily moved by my colleague, Aso Second. Aso, I rise to support the amendment.
Just put your constituents want to hear your name because you are standing up to address the nation. So tell us your name, your federal constituency, and then what you are supporting. We have the time. We are waiting.
Yeah. My names are Honorable Abdraman Ajia. I represent the very good people of Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, and Abaji under Abuja South Federal Constituency of FCT. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I rise to support the motion, amendment, heavily moved by my colleague, Aso Second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well done. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the motion as amended say aye. Oh, no. No, we have one more amendment. Please go on, honorable member.
No,
Sorry.
sorry, Mr. Speaker, we can go ahead. He has taken care of what I wanted to
Oh, that's good. That's good. So I was in the spirit. Thank you very much. So let's continue with the question. Those in support of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion is referred to Committee on Maritime, Custom, Excise and Works, once constituted, and as well as Ports and Harbour, once constituted. Transportation is included once constituted. Honorable colleagues, we'll take the last motion for today, and it's the motion on the need to identify and recover public funds seized, forfeited, and abandoned in financial institutions and government agencies towards improving the current economic challenges in Nigeria, standing in the name of Honorable Dachun M. Bagos. Honorable Bagos is invited to move the motion if he's in the House. Honorable Bagos.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable colleagues, I'm Dachu Musa Bagos. With the leave of the House, I'll take the heading and the resolve. The need to identify and recover public funds seized, fortified, and abandoned in financial institutions and government agencies to improve the current economic challenges in Nigeria. The House resolved to constitute an ad hoc committee to appraise the federal government's current policy framework, to ascertain who authorized the seizures, who is in possession, who kept the seized funds, and for what duration, and demand for the statement of accounts for a period covering 10 years and proffer measures to curb revenues, losses, identify and analyze all funds trapped in other banks and funds recovered so far by the following agencies: CBN, EFCC, NFIU, and other agencies, and report back to the House within 4 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. That was very straight to the point. I appreciate that. We need a seconder, and we're going upstairs. Yes, the gentleman on the second row, there are two of you seated. The first one to raise his hand. Yes, you.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my name is Peter Ibrahim Genden, member representing Barikin Ladi Rion Federal Constituency. I beg to second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I think I'll just put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye.
Amendment.
Amendment?
Yes.
We will take only 2 amendments.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Recognize who is... Yes, go ahead. Go ahead from the back.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Clement Jimbo, member representing Abak Etmekbika Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my amendment is on the prayer number C, that says demand for the statement of account for a period covering 10 years. But there is no specification. So I amend that the prayer should read, demand for the statement of accounts for a period covering 10 years between 2013 till date. That is my amendment, sir. Thank you.
Any seconder to that amendment motion? The gentleman wearing white cap behind. Yes, yes, you looking behind. Yes. Please hurry. We are rushing for time.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Ishaya David Lalu, member representing the good people of Bokos Mango Federal Constituency of Plateau State, the home of peace and tourism. I rise to second the motion for the amendment led by my colleague, and I hereby second. Thank you.
Those in support of this amendment motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, let's hear your amendment, please.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I rise to move that we amend Honorable Kalejai Adeboye Paul. I represent the good people of Ajeromi Felodun Federal Constituency, the meaning Nigeria. I rise to move that we amend the prayer itself and the title. The title says funds. It's not only funds that are recovered, we should include properties. So I rise to move that we amend the title of the prayer to read, recover public funds and properties. That's my amendment. I so propose. Thank you.
I think you want to change the whole picture of that motion. I would suggest that we stay with funds. There are other committees out there to look at properties, unless if it is seconded and we throw the question on it. I don't want us to water this motion. Any seconder to that motion?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to withdraw the motion.
Thank you very much.
Amendment. Honorable
Motion
colleagues, please
withdrawn on the
silence.
leave of the House.
Honorable Adilo.
That is the last amendment. I hope it's relevant to the issue, the subject matter. Please, let's not water it down.
Very, very relevant, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my name is Donald Ojogo. I represent Ilaje SL, the Federal Constituency of those states. My amendment goes thus. And in view of the fact that in a couple of minutes, hours, or days, latest, we'll have a standing committee on anti-corruption. The process of these things we are talking about, the sources are anti-corruption or other crimes. So I propose that we, rather than constituting an ad hoc committee, that this matter should be referred to the Standing Committee on Anti-Corruption to take proper action. Thank you. I so amend, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion? Yes, Honorable Wife.
They want to
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Francis Ejirogane Wives, my name, and I represent the entire people of Ugele North, Ugele South, Adudu. I'm from Delta State. I rise to second the amendment by my dear colleague that will wait for the standing committee that is coming up in a few hours.
That's right.
I so second.
Yes.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Aye. Those against say nay.
Nay.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The nays have it. Before we go to the next issue,
Every time will be ad hoc, ad hoc, ad hoc. What will the standing committees be doing? The standing.
Most distinguished colleagues, before we go to the next business of the day, which is the consideration of reports, let me mention that we are going to the supplement procedural guide. We are going to the supplementary copy of the other paper today. We have a second one that is being distributed so that you take note of it. This is coming from the clerk. Well, members, you requested for this, and we are going to bend backwards to accommodate that. On presentation of bill, the next business of the day is presentation of 101 bills. And I invite the clerk to read the short titles. Please make it fast, so that everybody who have submitted their bill will have the sense of belonging that their bills were heard.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. Federal University of Agriculture, Ibadan, Oyo State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Interstate Mass Transit Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Fiscal Responsibility Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Births, Deaths, etc. Compulsory Registration Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Film and Video Censors Board Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Directorate of Employment Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Army Institute of Military Engineering, Makodi, Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Army Institute of Technology and Environmental Studies, Makodi, Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal
the speaker is ready. The speaker is ready to come in to continue the activities you've been all waiting for. But the more you are organized and quiet, the faster he will walk in here. Please.
Federal Capital Territory Abuja Area Courts Bill 2023, first reading. Trade Dispute Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Recovery of Public Property Special Provisions Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading.
Honorable Bagos, go and sit down, please.
Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Counterfeit and fake drugs and unwholesome processed foods Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Tribunals of Inquiry Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Public Holiday Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading.
Benila, please sit down.
Naval Training Command Institute Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Environmental Impact Assessment Bill 2023, first reading. Regional Center for Oral Health Research and Training Initiatives Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, Bill 2023, first reading. Commodity and Grain Board Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. FCT University of Science and Technology Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Abaji Bill 2023, first reading. National Commission for Colleges of Agriculture, Abaji Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2023, Abaji Bill 2023, first reading. Emergency Powers Repeal and Enactment Bill 2023, first reading. Nuclear Safety, Security and Safeguards Bill, Abaji Bill 2023, first reading. National Inland Waterways Authority, Abaji Bill 2023, first reading. National Board for Technical Education Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. National Commission for Colleges of Education Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Rice Development Council Bill 2023, first reading. National Universities Commission Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Widowhood Leave Bill 2023, first reading. National Commission for Polytechnics Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Agriculture, Kacha, Niger State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Southeast Development Commission Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Civil Aviation Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Directorate of Employment Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Arbitration and Conciliation Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Child's Right Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Polytechnics Regulatory Commission Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Institute of Vocational and Technical Education, Calabar, Cross River State Bill 2023, first reading. National Polytechnics Regulatory Commission Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Monitoring and Control of Instruments Bill 2023, first reading. Chartered Institute of Coast Managers of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. National Board for Technical Education Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Niger Delta Development Commission Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Capital Territory FCT Directorate of Road Traffic and Motor Vehicle Administration Service Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Capital Territory Health Insurance Agency Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Public Procurement Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Business and Technical Examination Board Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Examination Council Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal University of Land Resources Technology Raba, Sokoto State Bill 2023, first reading. National Rice Production Processing and Research Institute Argungu Kebbi State Bill 2023, first reading. National Cotton Production Processing and Research Institute Talata Mafara Zamfara State Bill 2023, first reading. National Granule Production Processing and Research Institute, Urundo, Sokoto State Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Education, Amaibo Bill 2023, first reading. Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. EFCC Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Companies and Allied Matters Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Oil and Gas Investment and Free Zones Bill 2023, first reading. Harmful Waste Special Criminal Provisions ETC Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Directorate of Employment Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Agricultural Produce Technology Kano State Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Institute of Fisheries Research Establishment, Tafa Baleo Bauchi State Bill 2023, first reading. Upgrade Technical School Ileode Ileife to Federal College of Education Technical Ileife Osun State 2023, first reading. Communication Center Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Utilities Charges Commission Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Industrial Training Ford Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Industrial Center Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Anti-Torture Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Insurance Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Project Development Agency Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Notaries Public Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigeria Shippers Council Act Repeal and Enactment Bill 2023, first reading. Carriage of Goods by Land, Road and Rail 2023, first reading. National Research Institute for Chemical Technology Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Postal Service Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Nigerian Ports Authority Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Act Alteration Bill 2023, first reading. Immigration Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Institute for Nigerian Languages Act Repeal and Enactment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal College of Land Resources Technology Owerri Establishment Bill 2023, first reading. Education National Minimum Standards and Establishment of Institutions Act Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Reversion of Forfeited Assets Regulation Bill 2023, first reading. National Broadcasting Commission Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. Federal Road Safety Commission Amendment Bill 2023, first reading. National Film and Video Censors Board Act Repeal and Enactment Bill 2023, first reading.
Thank you. At least most members who submitted their bills will be happy that the secretariats have captured some of these bills. Good job, well done, the secretariat. And now, the next order of the day is a motion on reconsideration of these outstanding bills from the preceding assembly, standing in the name of Julius Ihombere, is invited to move the motion.
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihombere, Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to raise this urgent motion.
No, not urgent motion yet, Leader. We are coming to that. Just move for the reconsideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly.
I apologize for that.
Yes.
I'll hold on to that.
Yeah.
I continue from where I stopped, except the part about the urgent motion. To move for the reconsideration of outstanding bills from the preceding assembly. And according to Order 12, Rule 16 of outstanding orders, any bill that was passed by the preceding assembly went through concurrence and went to the president for assent, but for which assent was not granted and has been re-gazetted, can be presented again for the committee of the whole. The bills in question are Commercial Commuters Protection Bill 2023, HB 2020, Chartered Institute of Agribusiness of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, HB 138, Chartered Institute of Forensic of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2023, HB 140, Federal College of Horticulture, Okigwe Establishment Bill 2023, HB 171, Federal Medical Centers Act Amendment Bill 2023, HB 172, Federal College of Nursing, Midwifery, and Health Sciences Bill 2023, HB 173, National Center for Ear, Nose, and Throat Disease Establishment Bill 2023, HB 182, Nigerian Peace Corps Establishment Bill 2023, HB 309, Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers Bill 2023, HB 416, Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Directorate of Road Traffic and Motor Vehicle Administration Service, Bill 2023, HB 417, Federal Capital Territory Health Insurance Agency Establishment Bill 2023, HB 418, and Public Procurement Amendment Bill 2023, HB 419.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion moved by the Leader of the House? Yes, the gentleman there. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Chief Dr. Billy Famous Osawaru. I represent the good people of Orion Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker.
Actually, it was not you that was recognized, but go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for that protection. I'm from Edo State. I remain the Obazonwa Benin Kingdom. I rise this afternoon to second that motion moved by my leader.
Thank you. Those in support of the motion as moved by leader and seconded, say aye.
Aye.
Those against, say nay. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The bills are referred to the committee of the whole. Before we go to the next order of the day, it is important to have the leader move a motion on personal explanation on an issue that is very important to the health of our democracy in the continent and as well as our country, Nigeria. Leader, you may.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for clearing the road for me. Julius Ihombere, ON, DSSRS, Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. The motion is the need to condemn the coup d'etat in the Niger Republic. The House, recognizing that the entire world has come to acknowledge democratic governance as the best form of government, knows that both the AU, the African Union, and regional bodies have declared full support for democratically
Honorable Obeta, sit down.
established governments, observing that the new chairman of ECOWAS, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu GCFR, strongly condemned illegal takeover of power in the sub-region in his acceptance speech, alarmed that in spite of this declaration, in Niger Republic, some military officers led by Mohamed Bazoum dissolved the constitution, suspended all institutions, and closed the country's borders. I'm not referring, I don't recognize him as president.
Leader, proceed, please.
Thank you. Asserting that this act violates Niger's constitution, the protocols of the AU and ECOWAS, as well as current globally accepted commitments to peace, democracy, and democratization, resolves to 1. Strongly condemn the coup d'etat in Niger Republic. 2. Urge the chairman of ECOWAS and all the leadership in the sub-region to use all means within their powers to ensure a speedy return to democratic governance in Niger, and urge the international community to condemn the coup in Niger. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to that motion? Yes, Honorable Sada Saleh.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Sada Soli Jibia, representing Jibia Kaita Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by the Leader of the House. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. This is a straightforward motion, and although one would have asked the leader to throw more light on it, it's an issue that we want to hear two people from, one person from here, one person from here for now. Is it what? Amendment to the question, to the motion?
Yes.
Let's
amendment and correction.
You know, it's been seconded. We have to put the question first.
Okay.
Be patient. So those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. You're supposed to lead the motion, the leader, but if you are going to lead according to the paper, there is no worries with that. No, it's okay. It's okay. Room. The gavel has gone down because of time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The
gavel has gone down because
mine is not even amendment; it's a correction.
Yes.
Because the president, the overthrow is Mohamed Bazoum, but he mistakenly put him at the. No, the military overthrow Mohamed Bazoum is not by Basayesa.
Okay. I think this is the position of the House, that we are frowning at this incident in Niger. The Parliament is raising their voice and they're saying this ought not to be. And based on that, we would have debated this more than this, but you know, we have stayed for too long and we have a big event today. But let the message be out there. Let the message be out there that our position is on the side of democracy. I have an announcement to make before we go to the next one. The ad hoc committee to identify and recover public funds seized, forfeited, and abandoned in financial institutions and government agencies, as well as the ad hoc committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding the acquisition of OVH Energy by NNPC. This committee has this following membership: Princess Miriam Honorable Dabo Ismail Haruna, Honorable Mark Chidi Obeta, Honorable Abdullahi Aliyu, Honorable Sadiq Ango, Honorable Clement Akane, Honorable Chris Nkwanta, Honorable Lawan Shetima, Honorable David Ogewu, Honorable Ibe Osonwa, Honorable Moma Yakubu, Honorable Omirim Olusanya, Honorable Paul Ekpo, Honorable Yusuf Omadati, Honorable Obodo Muterima, and the chairmanship of this committee will be under Honorable Nalaraba. The next ad hoc committee is the ad hoc committee to identify and recover public funds seized, forfeited, and abandoned in financial institutions and government agencies. We have Maureen Guancham, Honorable O.C. Kama, Kim Kama, Honorable Inu Agaba, Honorable Ishaya Lalo, Honorable Hassan Jagdua, Honorable Said Tuora, Honorable Akim Rotimi, Honorable Agadu David, Honorable Nasiru Godia, Honorable Bamidele Salam, Honorable Sarili Dahiru, Honorable Hart Godwin, Honorable Mohammed Shehu, Honorable Dahiru Madawaki, Honorable Ayuba Danla or Danpa. The chairmanship of this committee is Honorable Munachi Alozie. The 14th order of the day is consideration of a bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address the concerns of the host communities and for related matters. Honorable members will recall that the bill was committed to the Committee of the Whole on Thursday, 19th July 2023. The House Leader will move for its consideration. Leader, move.
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihonvere, Owan Federal Constituency, I rise to move that the committee do resolve into the Committee of the Whole. I so move.
Thank you. Any seconder? Honorable Chinda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Kingsley Chinda. I rise to second the motion that the House do consider the report and the Committee of the Whole. I so second.
Those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The 15th order of the day is consideration of the bill for an act to amend the Niger Delta Development Commission Act 2000. Honorable members will recall that the bill was committed to the Committee of the Whole on Wednesday, 26 July 2023. The House Leader will move for its consideration.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do consider the report for a bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address the concerns of host communities and for related matters, HB 38.
Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the House do resolve into Committee of the Whole to consider the bill. I so second.
Thank you very much. Sergeant at time, get the speaker ready. Once we are done with the consideration of report and reporting of progress, Mr. Speaker will step in to do the honorable service responsibility he has to do to the House today. House Leader, move that the House do resolve into Committee of the Whole to consider bills. House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do resolve into Committee of the Whole. I so move.
Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion that the House do resolve into Committee of the Whole. I so second.
Those in support, the House do resolve to Committee of the Whole say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby resolve into the Committee of the Whole. Most distinguished colleagues, the first bill to be considered is for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address the concerns of the host communities and for related matters. I invite the leader to give the synopsis of this bill if he's ready.
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihonvere, Onwa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, you recall, distinguished colleagues, you recall that yesterday we tried to deal with this bill, and the issues that were raised was about more details on what we were deleting and what we were replacing, and the arrangements of the GENCOs that were in question. Essentially, the real issue was to save 5% from GENCOs and invest these in the host communities. There was nothing else to this bill. But luckily for us, Honorable Jimmy Benson is here, who is the mover of the original bill, and he has assured us he will throw more light to address the issues that were raised by the Honorable Wase, Right Honorable Wase yesterday. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to yield the floor to Honorable Jimmy Benson.
Thank you. I think from what I'm seeing here, there is an adjustment based on what the former Deputy Speaker raised yesterday, Honorable Wase. I've seen that there is a reduction from the number of clauses. But all the same, since the man behind the bill is here, it will be good to hear one or two things from him. Honorable Jimmy, you are welcome to throw more light on this.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues.
Honorable Chairman.
Honorable Chairman, Honorable colleagues, I remain Baba Jimmy Benson. I represent the gender-friendly people of Ikorodu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, after much consultation with your good self and your ebullient and dynamic predecessor, Honorable Wase, I seek the leave of this House to delete the much talked about Section 6. But Mr. Chairman, I stand by the provisions of Section 95, and I do pray that this Honorable House grants and prays for the adoption. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. The question is that Clause 1 stands part of the bill. Those in support of it say aye. So Clause 1 is carried. Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3, Clause 4, short title, long title. The second bill to be considered is for an act to amend the Niger Delta Development Commission Act 2000. I invite the leader to give the synopsis of this bill. Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker.
Chairman.
Mr. Chairman. I'm Professor Julius Ihonvere, PSSRS. I rise to explain that this bill was also considered yesterday, and the essential content was to
send
add
copies upstairs. Send copies upstairs.
one more to make it 3 instead of 2 to the director's list. There is nothing else that has been added or removed from the bill. So I move that the House do consider this and approve. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
It will be difficult to consider, sir. We don't have any bill.
Mr. Chairman, we are not having anything upstairs. It's like we are not part of this.
Please, Sergeant at Arm, go upstairs and distribute if they have not gotten.
Here, we don't have anything here.
You will get.
What are they carrying?
We'll allow for 2 minutes for them to distribute. Be patient. They are bringing it to you now, okay?
Even down here, sir.
For a bill for an act to amend section 2H9 sub 110A and 12(1) of the Niger Delta Development Commission Establishment etc. Act Cap N 86 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 by increasing the number of executive directors from 2 to 3. It also seeks to add a new section 9 sub 1 paragraph L, which creates a new Directorate of Corporate Services and for related matters, HB 264. The question is that clause 1 to 6 stands part of the bill. In support, those in support of this say aye. Clause 1 is carried. Clause 1, clause 2, clause 3, clause 4, clause 5, clause 6, explanatory memorandum, long title, leader. Honorable colleagues, leader is invited to move that the House reverse to plenary to report progress. Leader, please.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I rise to move that the House do return to plenary, having concluded the 2 items listed for the committee of the whole. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
The House reverts to plenary to report progress. And I hereby call the Honorable Speaker to take over the chair.
No seconder.
Oh, no seconder yet. Oh, any seconder to that? Sorry about that.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you for reminding me, yes. You know, the Speaker is here. We want to hurry up to go to what you'll be waiting for.
That the House do revert to its normal sitting. Thank you.
Those in support that the House resolve to plenary to report progress say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Shi ma ya riga shigo.
Ka ce?
Ya riga shigo speaker.
Honorable colleagues, the House in Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to amend the Niger Delta Commission Act 2000 and for related matters, and thereby approving clauses 1 to 6, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Those in support should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Okay. Honorable colleagues, the House in Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address the concern of host communities and for related matters, and in so doing approved clauses 1 to 5 and the long title of the bill. Those in support should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. These are the ones. Leader, can you move to adopt the proceedings of the two
Mr.
bills?
Speaker, thank you. Julius Ihonvere, Owan West, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that the House do adopt the report of the Speaker from the committee, considerations of the Committee of the Whole. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Ali Jesse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hereby second the motion moved by our able leader. Thank you, sir.
Those in support should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, please can you move that the two bills should be read for the third time?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Julius Ihonvere, Owan Federal Constituency, arise to apply that the House to apply for the third reading of the two bills considered in the Committee of the Whole, for which the report has been ably rendered by Mr. Speaker. I do apply, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chinda, can you second?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. I rise to second the motion that we set aside our rules to take the third reading of these two bills. I so second.
Those in support should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The two bills have been read for the third time and passed. Please, clerk, go ahead and read the long title of the two bills.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Electricity Act 2023 to address the concern of host communities and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the Niger Delta Development Commission Act 2000 and for related matters. Third reading.
Honorable colleagues, bills read for the third time and passed. Right, honorable colleagues, the Judgment Day. I'm sure if I should call for adjournment at this time, the nays will carry the day. Should I? Leader, are you sure you say nay or aye? Well, I will not take that bet. Let me do the needful because I know a lot of us are waiting for this particular moment. My call is that whatever we do, whatever is said, we should try and take in good faith. We believe that we have done the best we can to carry everyone along and to do the needful. There is no any bias or selfish interest put in whatever we are going to announce in the next few minutes. Thank you, honorable colleagues. I will read my remarks because today, incidentally, is also the last day of this legislative year, and we need to carry home some messages. So with your kind permission, I'll go ahead. Honorable colleagues, fellow citizens and members of the press, I'm highly honored to welcome you all to today's plenary, which marks the end of the legislative year in the first session of the 10th Assembly. Today, we will equally mark the commencement of committee activities in the 10th House of Representatives as we formally unveil and inaugurate the newly constituted standing committees of the House for members to begin to respond to the yearnings of our constituents through the discharge of our constitutional obligations. The House, since its inauguration on June 13, 2023, has made remarkable progress in solidifying its presence and fulfilling its duties. I understand that honorable colleagues have gotten their offices and settled in. The House has passed a bill on the provision of palliatives to cushion the impact of fuel subsidy, stoppage, and consider good number of motions and bills in the past few weeks. The House has also set up ad hoc committees to investigate gas flaring, and ministries, departments, and agencies on personnel recruitment and employment racketeering. The House has screened and confirmed the newly appointed service chiefs. The Committee on Legislative Agenda is concluding its assignment, and all this signifies the seriousness we have attached to the confidence the people repose in us. The inauguration of standing committees today not only marks the completion of the initial phase of settling down, but also underscores our dedication to efficient governance. Pursuant to Section 62 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, which empowers us to work through committees, I am glad to inform the House and the general public that the Selection Committee, which I chair, has concluded the constitution of committees for the House. The Selection Committee relied on the capacities, experiences, knowledge, competencies, skills, and legislative interest of members in assigning colleagues to different committees. This we did to ensure that we have round pegs in round holes. Indeed, we had to cope with the onerous task of assigning members to the different committees on the basis of the criteria listed earlier. Nonetheless, I'm not unmindful of the fact that in spite of the painstaking efforts of the Selection Committee in setting up these committees, not everybody will be satisfied in terms of choice of committees. I particularly carry a very heavy burden to appreciate members for their unanimous endorsement of my aspiration to lead this House. However, it is practically impossible to make every member a committee chairman or vice chairman. But let me remind you that there are limitless opportunities within the House, and I assure you that we will provide these opportunities for every member desirous of services to do so. While the outcome may not be perfect, favorable, or satisfactory to all, I have no doubt that the Selection Committee has done what could be considered to be in the best interest of the House and nation. It is therefore proper and fitting at this juncture to express my gratitude to members of the Selection Committee for their sacrifices and commitment in the constitution of the committees we are inaugurating today. My dear colleagues, you will recall that the leadership of the House has consistently assured members of its resolve to be fair to all, irrespective of political leanings and affiliations. There are no grade A, no the so-called juicy committees, as some erroneously often think. Every committee of the House enjoys equal status, powers, and privileges, as mere working groups to discharge the mandate given to us by our constituents. The committee system, aptly described as little legislators by Woodrow Wilson, plays a crucial role in legislative bodies to its central role in performing the bulk of legislative responsibilities and tasks. This system involves dividing the legislature into smaller component units, working groups, which aims to enhance efficiency, improve productivity, facilitate legislative oversight of other branches of government, promote citizens' participation in legislation, and enable detailed scrutiny of legislative instruments such as bills and motions. Let me state unequivocally that all members of committees have equal status and must be carried along as such. Committee chairmen are only administrative heads who must ensure the involvement of every member in the activities of committees. The principle of teamwork should guide our engagement in these committees. Committee chairmen must ensure that there are functional secretariats for their respective committees. This is very crucial as the House is redefining legislative work at the committees. All committees are now required to submit regular reports of their activities to the leadership of the House on a quarterly basis. Investigative hearings, public hearings, and reports from oversight functions have to be submitted to the House in plenary for further legislative action. Accordingly, the committees should draw up their work plans and submit them to the leadership of the House. Honorable colleagues, our responsibilities as lawmakers require diligence, probity, transparency, dedication, and commitment to national interest. I therefore charge you to be guided by these principles, even as we embark on the oversight of other arms of government. We must see the powers of oversight given to us by the Constitution as a means to promote good governance through compliance to the laws of the land. While urging the legislative committees to discharge their oversight functions dispassionately, may I solicit the cooperation of the executive arm in this regard. Separation of powers does not mean separation of government. We are one and the same government with the sole purpose of providing services to the good people of this nation. We remain committed to a harmonious working relationship with the executive in order to deliver on the mandate of the people all the time. However, we will not fail to bring full legislative powers to bear on recalcitrant MDAs. Dear colleagues, the openness project to which this House is committed requires that in conducting committee assignments, we should involve the citizens at all levels, including regular public hearings, oversight functions, and investigative hearings, as well as open other channels of engaging with the people at whose command we are all here. In keeping with our desire to build and improve the capacity of members and staff, we have established parliamentary friendship committees to promote engagement, interaction, exchange programs, and peer reviews with parliaments and parliamentary associations across the globe. This will enhance knowledge sharing and improve parliamentary practices and procedures. Owing to the high turnover in the legislature witnessed in the last general elections and the coming on board of these new committees, there is an urgent need to build the capacity of chairmen of committees and their deputies to prepare them for the onerous task ahead. It is in this wise that I call on the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILS, to immediately design a capacity building program that will equip the leadership of our committees with the adequate and requisite knowledge and skill on committee management, oversight function, investigative hearing, public hearings, and useful knowledge in this regard. Distinguished honorable colleagues, at this point, I will take a break to announce the committees we have in this 10th Assembly. Emergency and disaster management, we have as chairman Honorable Joseph Bassi, and he is APC from Cross Rivers. His deputy will be Honorable Bashir Usman Gorang, PDP, Sokoto State. AIDS, loans and debt management, we have Honorable Abubakar Nala Rabam, APC Nasarawa, as the chairman, while Honorable Larry Okundola, APC Lagos, as his deputy. Appropriation Committee, we have Honorable Abubakar Bichi as the chairman, Honorable Idu Igarwe, PDP Ebonyi, as his deputy. Constitutional Review, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, IBM, is the chairman of the committee, while Honorable Julius Ehovere will deputize for him. House Services, we have Honorable Amos Daniel Kaduna as the chairman, while Honorable Ishaya Lalu as the deputy. Alternative Education, we have Honorable Aliyu Ibrahim Al-Mustafa as the chairman, while Honorable Akinosi Olatunji is his deputy. Public Petitions, Honorable Mike Etaba is the chairman, while his deputy is Honorable Adamu Ibrahim Gamawa. Hydrological Services, HYPADEC, we have Honorable Mohamud Abdullahi Agaye as the chairman, while Honorable Apo Paul as his deputy. Committee on Ports and Harbour, we have Honorable Inoli Naji as the chairman, while Honorable Yemi Ali is his deputy. Agricultural Production and Services, we have Honorable Bella Kawoje as the chairman, while Honorable Kelechi Nwogu will be his deputy. Committee on Works, we have Honorable Akin Alabi as the chairman, while Honorable Architect Usman Banye as his deputy. Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, we have Honorable Ibori Suenu as the chair, while Honorable Jafuru Leko will be the deputy. Local Content, Honorable Boma Guded is the chair, while Honorable Sheyi Sheomi is the deputy. National Planning and Economic Development, we have Honorable Ishaka Ibrahim as the chairman, while Honorable Clement Jimbo is the deputy. Committee on Food and Drugs Administrations and Control, we have Honorable Mrs. Regina Akume as the chairperson, while Honorable Imeka Idu Godwin is the deputy. University Education, we have Honorable Abubakar Fulata as the chairman, while Honorable Ete Ipong as the deputy. Committee on Land Transport, we have Honorable Blessing Uno as the chair, while Honorable Fayinka Oluwatoyin as the deputy. Legislative Committee on Legislative Compliance, we have Honorable Yusuf Badaw as the chairman, while Honorable Gwacha Maureen Chinwe as the deputy. FCT Judiciary, we have Honorable David Zakaria as the chairperson, as the chairman, while Honorable Ibe Osonwa as the deputy. Committee on Finance, we have Honorable James Faleke as the chairman, while Honorable Said Musa Abdullahi as the deputy. Committee on Commerce, we have Honorable Ahmed Munir Lere as the chairman, Honorable James Barker as the deputy. Committee on Information Technology, We have Honorable Stanley Olaide as the chairman, while Honorable Jingi Rufai as the deputy. We have Committee on Agri Colleges and Institutions. We have Honorable Akim Adeyemi as the chairman, while Honorable Idris Salman is the deputy. Committee on Judiciary. We have Honorable Wale Oke as the chairman, while Honorable Mohammed Danjuma is his deputy. Delegated legislation. We have Honorable Femi Bamishile as the chairman, with Honorable Okafo Dominic Ifeanyi as the deputy. Ecological Funds. We have Honorable Aminu Jaji as the chairman, while Honorable Oyedeji Najimdin Oyeshina as the deputy. Federal Capital Territory Committee. We have Honorable Mukhtar Betera as the chairman, while Honorable Chinedu Imeka Martins as the deputy. Federal Road Safety Maintenance Agency, we have Honorable Remi Husseini as the chairman, while Honorable Sadiq Ango Abdullahi is the deputy. Committee on Power, we have Honorable Victor Nwokolo as the chairman, while Honorable Joshua Gana will be his deputy. Maritime Safety, Education and Administration, we have Honorable Khadija Bukar as the chairperson, with Honorable Uduak Ududro as the deputy. Northeast Development Commission, we have Honorable Usman Zanna as the chairman, with Honorable Kabir Yusuf as the deputy. Committee on Public Accounts, we have Honorable Bamidele Salami as the chairman, and Honorable J.J. Umaru as the deputy. Committee on Federal Character, we have Honorable Idris Wase as the chairman, with Honorable Adebayo Adepoju as the deputy. Committee on Air Force, we have Honorable Al-Hassan Rurum as the chairman, with Honorable Rufus Ojawo as the deputy. Army, we have Aviation, we have Honorable Abdullah Idris Garba as the chairman, with Honorable Festus Akimbaso as the deputy. Communication, Honorable Peter Apatison is the chairman, Honorable Balani Usman Midala as the deputy. Custom and Excise, we have Honorable Leke Abejide as the chairman, and Honorable Shehu Hassan Husseini as the deputy. Committee on Defense. Defense. I can't read the name very well. Oh, I can see now. Honorable Jamie Benson as the chairman, and Honorable Ahmed Kalambaina as the deputy. Electoral Matters, we have Honorable Bayo Balogun as the chairman, and Honorable Adamu Yakubu as the deputy. Foreign Affairs, Honorable Abdul Mumin Jibrin is the chairman, with Tijani Zanna Zakaria as the deputy. Gas Resources, we have Honorable Nicholas Mutu as the chairman, with Honorable Mustafa Tijani Gali as the deputy. Health Institutions, we have Honorable Amos Magaji as the chairman, with Honorable Adeshola Adedayo as the deputy. Healthcare Services, Honorable Yusuf Tanko Sununu is the chairman, while Honorable Basi Akiba is the deputy. Interior, we have Honorable Aminu Chindo as the chairman, with Honorable Ganiyu Ayuba as the deputy. National Security and Intelligence, we have Honorable Ahmed Satomi as the chairman, with Honorable Stanley Nwodo as the deputy. Navy, we have Honorable Yusuf Gadi as the chairman, with Honorable Abdullahi Umar Kamba as the deputy.
Honorable colleagues, you don't clap when we are in the plan, please.
Petroleum Resources Upstream, we have Honorable Alassane Adodogwa as the chairman, and Honorable Sesi Wingan as the deputy. Petroleum Resources Downstream, we have Honorable Ikenga Oguchinyere as the chairman, and Honorable Aliyu Mustafa Abdullah as the deputy. Police Affairs, Honorable Maki Eleman is the chairman, with Honorable Ahmed Adewale as the deputy. Rules and Business, we have Honorable Francis Waye as the chairman, with Bello Ambarura as the deputy. Water Resources, we have Honorable Sada Soli as the chairman, with Honorable Musa Aga Avia as the deputy. Housing and Habitat, we have Honorable Aminu Balele as the chairman, with Honorable Lare Oladepo Alomweleye as the deputy. Industry, we have Honorable Dolapo Badru as the chairman, with Honorable Saad Wada Taura as the deputy. Committee on Insurance and Actuaries Matters, we have Honorable Ahmadu Jaha as the chairman, with Honorable Ebi David Four as the deputy. Labor, Employment and Productivity, we have Honorable Abeyogam Ade Farati as the chairman, with Honorable Yusuf Bashir as the deputy. Trade Fund and Other Services, this name is not too clear too. Maybe I should jump it. I think I'm seeing like Chinda written there. Honorable Miriam Onoa, the chair, with Honorable Aliyu Bapa Misau as the deputy. Constituency Outreach, we have Honorable Dixon Tagir as the chairman, with Honorable Adewale Adebayo as the deputy. Environment, we have Honorable Julius Pondi as the chairman, with Honorable Tasir Ubo as the deputy. Public Procurement, we have Honorable Idem Oyime as the chairman, and Honorable Sani Ibrahim Tanko as the deputy. Capital Market and Institutions, we have Honorable Bob Solomon as the chairman, with Honorable Umar Mukhtar Zakari as the deputy. FCT Area Councils and Auxiliary Matters, we have Honorable Fred Abedi as the chairman, with Honorable Peter Apanke as the deputy. Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values, we have Honorable Steve Fatoba as the chairman, and Honorable Nazib Bello Yusuf as the deputy. Interparliamentary Relations, we have Honorable Mark Esset as the chairman, with Honorable Anemero Dekeri as the deputy. Justice, we have Honorable Olumide Oshoba as the chairman, with Honorable Sonde Umeha as the deputy. Media and Public Affairs, we have Honorable Aki Rotimi as the chairman, with Honorable Philip Abese as the deputy. Niger Delta Ministry, we have Honorable Ogona Ozoribo as the chairman, Honorable Hassan Mohammed Danjuma as the deputy. Pensions, we have Honorable Hussein Jallo as the chairman, with Honorable Olaide Latif Mohammed as the deputy. Poverty Alleviation, we have Honorable Tijani Jobi as the chairman, with Honorable Billy Osawuru as the deputy. Public Service Matters, we have Honorable Sani Bala as the chairman, with Honorable Amadou Kabiru as the deputy. Committee on Rural Development, we have Honorable Marcos Onobun as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Abdul as the deputy. Science and Technology, we have Honorable Bagos Musa as the chairman, with Honorable Jonathan Okodiko as the deputy. Committee on Solid Minerals, we have Honorable Jonathan Gaza as the chairman, with Honorable Ojo Makanjola as the deputy. Special duties, we have Honorable Kabir Tukura as the chairman and Honorable Kanis Nwachuku as the deputy. Committee on Sports, Honorable Ikene Adams as the chairman and Honorable Jajer Mohammed Buba, the deputy. Still, we have Honorable Zainab Gemba as the chairperson with Honorable Det Yusuf Umar as the deputy. Sustainable Development Goals SDG, we have Honorable Wale Raji as the chairman with Honorable Sheikh Mohammed Bello, the deputy. Youth Development, we have Honorable Martis Essen as the chairman with Honorable Adebisan Joseph, the deputy. Culture and Tourism, we have Honorable Karim Abisodun as the chairman with Honorable Mohammed Mukhtar, the deputy. Drugs and Narcotics, we have Honorable Abbas Abowarin as the chairman, Honorable Dankawi Idris, deputy. Federal Road Safety Commission, we have Honorable Darren Adesida as the chairman, with Honorable Mansour Musa, deputy. Women Affairs and Social Development, we have Honorable Kafilat Obara as the chair, with Honorable Amadi Blessing Shigeru, the deputy. Science Research Institutions with Modification, we have my dear sister, Honorable Benila as the chair, with Honorable Chijoke Okereke, the deputy. Police Institution, we have Honorable Mohammed Salu Gire as the chair, with Honorable Ofia No Godwin, the deputy. Committee on Public Assets, we have Honorable Ademorin Puye, chairman, with Honorable Dabo Ismail Haruna, deputy. Committee on Shipping Services, we have Honorable Abdusamad Desuki as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Ahmed Sani, the deputy. Federal Polytechnics, Committee on Federal Polytechnics, we have Honorable Boyega Nasuru Isiaka as the chairman, with Honorable Agwe Daladi as the deputy. Committee on Federal Colleges of Education, we have Honorable Aliu Wakili Boya as the chairman, with Honorable Uguru Emmanuel as deputy. Committee on Basic Education Examination Boards, we have Honorable Oboku Abonzibe Oforji as the chairman, with Honorable Seka Yorchon as the deputy. Committee on Basic Education, we have Dr. Mark Husseini as the chairman, with Honorable Mukhtar Shagaya as the deputy. Committee on Science Engineering, we have Honorable Tafik Ajili Soro as the chairman, with Honorable Shehu Rijau, the deputy. Committee on Petroleum Midstream, we have Honorable Okoji Odi as the chairman, with Honorable Koiki Sagir as deputy. Committee on Civil Societies and Development Matters, we have Honorable Victor Obuzo as the chairman, with Honorable Sani Lawal as deputy. Cooperation and Integration for Africa, we have Honorable Komoti Laori as the chairman, with Honorable Dennis Namdi Abo, the deputy. Committee on Diaspora, we have Honorable Adamu Tanko as the chairman, and Honorable Bala Rabiu is deputy. Committee on Financial Crimes, we have Honorable Jinja Nwosibe as the chairman, with Honorable Moshud Oshun as the deputy. Committee on Internal Security of the National Assembly, we have Honorable Mohammed Ibrahim Garba as the chairman, with Honorable Okeke Jonas as the deputy. Legislative Library Research and Documentation Committee, we have Honorable Yusuf Galambi as the chairman, with Honorable Obika Joshua as deputy. Committee on Populations, we have Honorable Prince Jimmy Odimayo as the chairman, with Honorable Awalu Abdu Gwalabe as the deputy. Committee on Anti-Corruption, we have Honorable Kayode Akiolu as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Abba as deputy. Committee on Climate Change, we have Honorable Okonta Chris as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Jamilu as deputy. Committee on Ethics and Privileges, we have Honorable Garba Inua as the chairman, with Honorable Sesu Ikaga as deputy. Committee on Reform of Government Institutions, we have Honorable Seydou Yusuf Miga as the chairman, and Honorable Oboldro Mitema as deputy. Committee on HIV, AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malarial Control, we have Honorable Amobi Oga as the chairman, with Honorable Isa Dogonyaro as the deputy. Committee on Human Rights, we have Honorable Abiola Makinde as the chairman, with Honorable Mudassir Sulem Lukman Alani as the deputy. Committee on Lake Chad, we have Honorable Sani Nazifi as the chairman, with Honorable Okotiko Jonathan as the deputy. Committee on Legislative Budget and Research, we have Honorable Mohamed Bayo as the chairman, with Honorable Obeta Chidi as the deputy. Committee on Islamic Pilgrims Affairs, we have Honorable Jafar Ali Mohammed as the chairman, with Honorable Chiroma Mohammed Garba as deputy. Committee on Christian Pilgrims Affairs, we have Honorable Festus Adefaranye as the chairman, with Honorable Okere Tochukwu Chinedu as the deputy. Committee on Political Matters, we have Honorable Zakaria Dauda Yampa as the chairman, with Honorable Bella Hassan Shinkafi as the deputy. Committee on Privatization and Commercialization, we have Honorable Hamis Ibrahim Chidari as the chairman, with Honorable Hinka Aluko as the deputy. Committee on Reformatory Institutions, we have Honorable Chinedu Oga as the chairman, and Honorable Umar David as deputy. Committee on Treaties, Protocols, and Agreements, we have Honorable Yusuf Rabiu as the chairman, with Honorable Amir Yusuf Doro as the deputy. Committee on Inland Waterways, we have Honorable Ojotu Ojemi as the chairman, with Honorable Abubakar Ahmad as the deputy. Committee on Urban Development and Regional Planning, we have Honorable Abient Awaji as the chairman, with Honorable Abdulhakim Kamilu Ado as the deputy. Committee on Women in Parliament, we have Honorable Fatsuma Talba as the chair, with Honorable Debiagu Eugene Okechukwu as the deputy. Committee on Disabilities, we have Honorable Dr. Bashiru Dawodu as the chairman, with Honorable Adamu Sani as the deputy. Committee on Safety Standards, we have Honorable Abiola Akilade as the chairman, with Honorable Akarachi Amadi as the deputy. Committee on Small and Medium Enterprises, we have Honorable Mansour Soro as the chairman, with Honorable Obed Shehu, the deputy. Committee on Renewable Energy, we have Honorable Victor Afam Ogene as the chairman, with Honorable Ismail Dalaha Kusada as the deputy. Committee of Youth in Parliament, we have Honorable Olamiju Akala as the chair, with Honorable Ibrahim Mohammed as the deputy. Committee on Banking Regulations, we have Honorable Mohammed Bello Erufai as the chair, and Honorable Salisu Koko as the deputy. Committee on Banking Institutions, we have Honorable Ize Nwachuku Ize as the chairman, with Honorable Mohammed Aminu as deputy. Committee on Digital and Electronic Banking, we have Honorable Dennis Edahosa as the chairman, with Honorable Ajia Abdurrahman as the deputy. Committee on Host Communities, we have Honorable Dumi Deko as the chairman, with Honorable Abdul Karim Hussein Ahmed, the deputy. Committee on Corporate Social Responsibilities, we have Honorable Professor Lillian Obiagu Orobu as the chair, with Honorable Afuape Afolabi, the deputy. Committee on Specialty Healthcare, we have Honorable Alex Obona as the chair, with Honorable Lawal Shetima as the deputy. Committee on Rural Electrification, we have Honorable Ibrahim Bukar as the chairman, with Honorable Ozigi Mohamed Tijani as the deputy. Committee on Aviation Technology, we have Honorable Thomas Iretomi as the chairman, with Honorable Yahya Suleiman Richifa as the deputy. Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Standing and ad hoc committees, we have Honorable Obi Ogocha as the chairman, with Honorable Sani Igidi Abdulrahim as the deputy. Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of Implementation of Legislative Agenda, of Honorable Patrick Umo as the chair, with Honorable Chinwe Enabule as the deputy. House Committee on Institutional Reforms, we have Honorable Emmanuel Udo as the chairman, with Honorable Abdullah Rashid as the deputy. Distinguished colleagues, these are the standing orders. These are the standing committees. I will go ahead and read the friendship committees. Do we have it there? The friendship committees. Honorable colleagues, I'm sorry, I think the Friendship Committee's schedule has not been brought. I'm aware that all the members are on board, or at least have been prepared. We will send the list through our online platform for those who may want to access later. And for the benefit of those who might not have had their names, beside the 80 people will be calling on this Friendship Committee, I want to assure you these committees are work in progress. We are not done with them. There are still some few that we have not been able to bring on board. In due course, we will announce the names of the leadership of those committees. Order, please. Order. Honorable colleagues, we are not done, please. There is one omission to the names under Committee on Lecture.
Please take your seat.
The correct name for Deputy Chairman is.
Please take your seat.
Honorable colleagues, please be seated.
Honorable Benedict is the Deputy Chairman for lecture. Please, Honorable colleagues, take note. Order, please.
Colleagues, please take your seat, please. Chineduoga, take your seat, please. Bamidele.
Honorable colleagues, please, all those that have had their names being mentioned, either as chair or deputy, please can you rise up? You should please rise up, all those that have had their names being mentioned for chairman or deputy chairman, please. Hereby integrate the standing committees and charge you to be committed to the promotion of peace, order, and good governance of our nation. Thank you as I wish you success in the discharge of your various committee assignments. Good luck and best wishes. You may sit down, please. Honorable colleagues, as you are aware, we will be proceeding on a 6 weeks leave. But because of the importance of some of the ad hoc committee assignments we have given, we want to advise that those who may want to opt to continue with their ad hoc assignment are free to do so that we'll be able to cover a lot of mileage by the time we come back. Thank you. Leader. Leader, can you call for the adoption of the votes and procedures of today's deliberations?
Mr. Speaker, I'm Julius Ihonveri, Owan Federal Constituency. I move that the House do adopt the votes and procedures for today's plenary. Before we go,
Adopt the votes and proceedings of today.
Honorable Ali JC, can you second the adoption of the votes and proceedings of today's proceedings?
Speaker, I remain Dr. Ali Sajesi, representing Balanga Biliri Federal Constituency from Gombe State. I stand to second the motion by the House Leader to adopt the vote of proceedings of today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, can you please move that the House adjourn? Leader.
Take seat.
We did it already. We did now. Please, can you rise up and move for the House to adjourn?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do adjourn till resumption in September 2023. I so move.
Puchinda, please, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the House do stand adjourned. I so
We
second.
will just put it on the platform. Give it to Thank you. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House adjourned until September.